One of my greatest fear as a mom is what will be the fate of my children when I'm no longer here. Will they be okay? Will they be treated right? How will they be? Will they grow up right? How will their upbringing be? Like so many things. I've thought about it sometimes. I know we're all going to die someday, but yeah, these questions are inevitable. What will be the fate of my children when I'm no longer here? The first time I listened to Osinachi's voice, yeah, I had goosebumps. Who is this? Her voice was angelic. Oh my goodness, her voice was so good. I played it in my house, I played it in my car. At some point, it was my ringtone to tell you how much I loved it. I loved that, especially that Ikoeme. I loved that song. And then yesterday, I listened to it and I cried. I mourned her. I mourned the life of a mother who was snuffed out of her children. I mourned the life of a daughter who was taken away from her mom. I mourned the life of a woman who has been added to the statistics of women that were unalived by their husbands. I mourned her talent. I mourned her as a human being who was not allowed to live to her full potential, who was not allowed to live her dreams, fulfill her purpose. I mourned her. And then the news that the man was being sentenced, like it gave me a kind of consolation, but it still doesn't take away the fact that no matter the punishment that that man gets, it cannot bring her back. She don't die, she don't die, she don't go. Who don't die, don't go. There is no chance of coming back to do life again. Maybe as a reincarnation, but there's really nothing like going and coming back again. Who don't die, don't die. Osinachi was 42 at the time she died. She was survived by 4 children. Imagine how old the youngest was at the time. And then for those children growing up in that home must have been a toxic one because there was a lot of physical violence, there was a lot of abuse going on there. So those children will need a lot of therapy to be able to unlearn the things they've seen and then relearn what is normal. I mourned that woman. I cried. Like her death broke my heart. And it brings me to this thing that choose yourself. Honestly, there is nobody that is going to choose you for you. You have to choose yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to be able to walk away from situations that no longer serve you. How many more women are going to be unalived in the name of marriage? See, marriage is not an achievement. Yes, marriage is not an achievement. And for the fact that you left your husband or you are no longer married does not take away anything from you. When you leave your husband because it's no longer favorable, or one thing, do one thing, just give it time. People will talk about it and everybody will go their own way. And another topic will come up and that your own will become stale gist. There is really no award for who stayed in marriage and who suffered. There is really no award. See, a living dog is better than a dead lion. Choose yourself. There is no award for who suffer pass. See, there's no marriage in heaven safe. This marriage is an earthly thing. There's no award for it. And please, to the women that run to the church for the sake of marriage counseling, those your pastors are not equipped. They are not equipped to be able to handle marriage issues. Marriage is not any spiritual thing. Marriage is physical. In my own opinion, marriage is not spiritual. Marriage is physical. You are seeing this person physically. That the person choose not to treat you well is a personal decision, that they don't like you. They don't like you. They want to frustrate you because they hate you. You staying back and saying, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray. I feel it's a waste of energy and a waste of time. I'm sure because Osinachi's mom at the time of her death said that Osinachi already left the marriage for months. Osinachi left the marriage for months, but the pastors came back and lured her back to that marriage. And that is where Osinachi met her death untimely. The church does not care about you. They just care about the free labor that you do for them. I mean, Osinachi was an amazing singer. So whenever she comes to church and sing, church will be full. Offering will be made, donations will be made, and more money for the church. They did not care about the abuse. Even the pastors of the church where she worshiped, they claimed they were not aware of the abuse that Osinachi was going through. And few days after Osinachi passed, they celebrated a lavish wedding anniversary that was posted on social media. There was no regard to life. To somebody that ministered in your church for months, for years, it was just like collateral damage. So if you are staying in the marriage because of what people say, because somebody came and begged you, and you are still seeing shege in it, my dear, there is no award for it. There is no award. That is why even when you see our older women that stayed in marriage, they are so bitter. They are so bitter. They endured a lot. They internalized a lot of abuse. There is no award for who suffer past. Pack your things and go. Pack your things and go. Divorce is not a death sentence. A matter of time, people will come and go. People will talk about it and new gist will come up. There is no award for it. And then recently I saw another video where Pastor Femi Lazarus was saying that the women who stayed are heroes. You know what? Let me just show you the video. Let me just show you the video and I'll be right back.
You know that the society tells you that if your husband is stressing you, pack your load and go. But do you know that the real heroes of many homes are the mothers who have chosen to stay because of the children? What the society tells you is that your child is not enough reason for you to go through what you are going through. It is a wrong culture. We are raising girls who are ready to opt out once it is stressful. We are having marriages that are very weak. It is no longer for better, for worse. If God has blessed you with a mother who stayed, don't let her die before you know what God gave you. That you know if you were in her shoes, you would have left and she stayed. Sometimes we don't know what we are talking about. The prayers the mother brings to the table, the intercession. Even when they too, they are not fine, but they keep praying. It is a lot. We must not have a generation of young ladies who can't pay prices for their children. We will have a broken generation. There is a lot we have to deal with ahead of us. Because this girl is coming to this marriage with the mindset of, if you stress me, I will find my way. They are very quick to respond to conflict in a way that shows that they don't mind it ending. How do you get married but you don't mind living alone again?
First, I want to say we should be mindful of who we listen to. We should be mindful of who we take counseling from. Because a lot of our thoughts and a lot of our beliefs are shaped by the things that we hear, the things that we see, the things that we are being told. We should be able to see what these people say and then choose what is best for us and choose what is morally right and choose what is okay. Pastor Femi Lazarus is saying that the women who stayed are the heroes. The women who stayed are not the heroes. The women who stayed are 6 feet down. And only Osinachi is one of them. The woman that her husband set ablaze early in the year is one of them. Bimbo Ivy, this wife, is one of them. And so many too numerous to mention that have stayed for the sake of their children, that have stayed because of what society say, they have stayed for one thing or the other. Most of them are 6 feet down below. Most of them are still here, but they are bitter and they are angry. So they are not the heroes. The ones who stayed are cowards. The ones who stay were looking at what will people say, what will people say. They continue to endure, and they lost themselves. So they are not the heroes. What's the essence of staying in a relationship or in a marriage for the sake of your children when your children don't even like the man? So what are you there for? He also said that women of nowadays, they don't like stress. Oh yes, if you have been living as a single lady and you are having a stress-free life, and then why should the coming of a man bring stress to you? And then you expected to stay and take the stress simply because as a woman you are supposed to endure. And who even said that it is the responsibility of a woman to make a marriage work? This is two people in a relationship. So both of you have to come together to make that marriage work. It's not one-sided. But for decades and centuries, women have been saddled with the responsibility of making a marriage work. And then when the marriage fails, women are shamed for it. That is why women will stay in relationship even when it no longer serves them. He said that women, when they encounter anything, they pack themselves and go. Yes, for better, for stay, for worse, for go. You do life only once. I need to do it to your fullest. There is no award for who suffer past. There is no award for who endured past. The women that endure their 6 feet, the ones that are here are battling with autoimmune diseases. The quality of their life have depleted so drastically that I don't even want to say. The women that stayed, they're not heroes. And what is the essence of staying in a relationship for the sake of your children, even when the children do not even like the man? So what are you staying for? Who don't die, don't die. There is no award for who suffer pass. Marriage is not even in heaven. Marriage is not an achievement. Choose yourself. Love yourself enough to walk away from situations that no longer serve you. Okay? Welcome to my TED Talk. Bye.